as Clevenard. Thank you very much. And now we're going to have the next session where we'll just be giving you a brief about SMEs, small and medium enterprises, and how Clevenard, works with small and medium enterprises. I'll hand over to our representative, Kulufelo, to give us a presentation. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Nice to see you again. So my name is Kulufelo Manama, as you have seen multiple times. And a little bit about me. I am a legal advisor by profession. And I have since gone into business. So I've been in agriculture, and I have recently started my own venture, Adriel Studios, and we are doing printing, like corporate branding, gifting. We're into that. So now with Adriel Studios it's not my first company. I've tried many. That failed. That failed. Fell flat on their face. But it's not, all of those leading up to me finding the business that was for me. So now I'm here to talk about empowering SMEs through Clevenard, because my business, I'm an SME owner. My business is a small business. So now connecting local businesses to a global marketplace. This is Clevenard's tagline. It's focus. And we're going to give you, a brief overview of Clevenard.com and Clevenard Open Project and the opportunities that are available for an SME through Clevenard and the Open Project. And the mission, which is to support SMEs in achieving growth and visibility. Now, we know marketing is everything. Marketing is everything. So as I go through this presentation, just think to yourself, okay, how many people know about my business? Just think roughly. How many people know what I'm doing? Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, so why Clevenard? Okay, so some challenges that we as SMEs face is there's limited reach and resources. There's difficulty accessing digital tools, and there's a lack of networking opportunities. Now, for me, I do think that information is easily accessible to me, but even for me, there are things that I don't know. And I'll make an example about there were agricultural awards for youth. And we have our extension officer. He sends us things. We have his number. We are in communication. And there were these youth awards, which I qualify for as a young person in agriculture also. But that wasn't filtered down to me. So when I went to an event, it was an agricultural fair. Then when I was there, I hear they are announcing the winners for other youth who had been given this opportunity. So that was something that was completely missed by me. And the awards it was a lot of money, up to 100,000 rand that was being awarded. And that was an opportunity I missed because of a lack of information. And the solutions that Clevenard brings is affordable and accessible digital marketing tools. Digital marketing is, how many of us I don't know how many of us own businesses here. If you are running an operation, can you just raise your hand for me? If you are running something now, there we go. If you are doing anything that is bringing you money, that is your responsibility. You are an SME. So now for digital marketing, now for those of you who lifted up your hands, how many have social media presence for the business itself? And it's so important. And we'll get into why. Now, another solution that Clevenard brings to the table is access to a global and local customer base. Your customers are not only here, there's someone who's out there in another country who needs exactly what you have. You don't know each other. Clevenard is bringing the connection. Now, in events that foster learning and partnerships. So also with the Open Project, Online is incredible. It's so incredible, but offline is just as important. Next slide, please. Okay, so what Clevenard is going to offer you as a business owner. Again, if you are making cakes and you are selling it to your neighbors, you are an SME owner. It's not someone who's, who has a big operation running. If you are doing anything for profit, for financing things in your home, you are an SME. Okay, Clevenard.com, it's a digital business hub. And then there's Open Projects, Clevenard Open Project, which from here on we'll just say COP so that we can save time. But it's Open Project, and it's a platform for exhibitions, seminars, and trade fairs. And it's an e-commerce tool, so you can sell your products and your services directly to someone on the other side. Community engagement, you can build meaningful connections. Connections is everything. You are your network. Your network is your network. So it's very important. So you need to be able to reach someone, and Clevenard is helping us with those connections that we can't make on our own. Next slide. Okay, so here is a list of some SMEs that are already supported by Clevenard. So fashion designers, dress hire services, hair salons, makeup artists, skincare, fitness centers, yoga, wellness, physiotherapy, massage therapists, cafes, bakeries, catering services, food trucks, local breweries, and this is just 15 out of 100. So you are most likely catered for. And even if you are not in that list, it's definitely a business that we would want to add to Clevenard. Next slide, please. Okay, here we are going on. You can have a look just to see if you see yourself there. I already see myself there, number 28, number 30, that is me, that is my business. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are the pricing plans that are tailored for SMEs. So the starter plan is $50 a month. Now this is roughly 900 Rand a month. And then the features that you get is a business listing, one promotional campaign, so a business listing on Clevenard, so that people on the other side can see. Let me also just emphasize the difference between Clevenard and any other social media platform. So my business, RGL Studios, is active across all social media platforms, and on TikTok as well. So my business, it recently went viral on TikTok. So meaning there was a video that it picked up and it got tens and thousands of views. And from that video, I started getting many customers from it. But now TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, they're social platforms, but we are communicating with people who are not necessarily holding their card in their hand, ready to buy. They are there to, people who are scrolling on social media, they are there to laugh at a few jokes. They're there to, just to waste time. And it's not necessarily the people who come across your video want to buy then and there. Now, the difference between that and Clevenard is the people who are on Clevenard are people who are ready to buy. So everyone who is there is looking for a product that they need. So this is the difference between Clevenard and social media. So social media, you will be from those many thousands of views that I get on TikTok, how many of those are customers who are ready to buy? Whereas on Clevenard, everyone is ready to buy. They are just looking for the service that they need. Okay. So these are the pricing plans. And I know also as my own, as an SME owner, looking at $50, even just the starter plan is a bit intimidating. Thinking, okay, where am I going to get this $50? One thing I learned from another investor is he said, and I never forgot this, he said that whenever you make or whenever you need to make a big purchase, but he's speaking about a bigger purchase than just, $50. So he said, for me, I'm going to use the example that he used. When I want to buy a car, I'm not going to go to my bank account and buy a car. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a property. I'm going to buy a property. And that property is going to generate income. And from that property, I will buy the car. and the property continues generating income for me. I didn't go to my bank account. So now from that principle, you can think for yourself in any business purchase that you need to make. So now there's the opportunity to be a representative, and there's an opportunity to market your business on Clevenard. So if you find that you are maybe unable to cover any of these, maybe you're looking at the premium plan, maybe you're looking at the growth plan, maybe you're looking at the start. Now there's an opportunity to become a representative where you can earn money. Now, from the funds from the representative, you can look at allocating it to your advertising on Clevenard. So you can see how you allocate, how you raise funds, but there's always a way. We just have to think creatively and think what's manageable for me in the business, but there is always a way. Also, we have to spend money to make money. Now, the growth plan, you get an enhanced profile, you get targeted ads on Clevenard. So meaning the ads that are run there, it's going to be targeted to whoever your specific demographic is. So in my business, my demographic is, surprisingly, it is young to middle-aged white women, which is surprising, but that's who my customer base is mostly. So for me, I already know it's women from the ages of 18 to 40. And with the targeted ads, Clevenard will then be pushing those ads to those specific people. And because the ads are being run on Clevenard, it's already people who are ready to buy. Now it's just being put directly in front of them. Then the premium plan, it's a full business profile on Clevenard, e-commerce integration. If you have an online store, which everyone should have an online store. If you have an online store, and e-commerce integration, I already said it, priority support, and a free open project stack. So you can, whenever we're doing an open project, if you are on that tier, you will have your own store. Now, the importance of stores. Again, while they are bringing up our slide again, I'll just make an example. Always think about how to diversify your income. Always. So your income stream. So for my business, we do, branding, t-shirts. But I had an opportunity to go and display, but I had to think to myself, how many people are printing t-shirts? Many. How many people are doing corporate gifting? Many. There's many of us. But how do I make my product different? How do I make it unique? So I went and I sat down, and because I'm always researching what people are doing in my niche online, because they are always online, there are many people online, I'm always researching. So, and also looking at ideas that are working internationally that haven't reached our shores yet. So one idea that I picked up was people who were in the same business as me were doing something called a t-shirt bar. So a drink bar. You go up to there, you order your drink, you get your drink. So from that idea, a t-shirt bar, people come up. I have the t-shirts ready. I have designs ready for you. So you pick a design, you pick the t-shirt color that you want. I print it on the shirt for you. You take your t-shirt home. So people love this idea because they can also ask you, if you want a customization, I charge you even more. So if you want my design, it's this much. If you want a customization, it's this much. If you want another customization here, it's this much. It's even more. But because people are getting the t-shirts then and there, they don't have to wait. They're willing to buy. So this was how I could now go to markets with my business idea and make money in that way. So that's if you're thinking, how am I going to, my business doesn't really suit like an exhibition stand. No, always, there's always a way. So think about how you can, even around the area, there's many markets that are happening that you can, and they expose you to so many people. I've gotten more customers from going to markets doing this kind of idea. So just think to yourself, how can I think out of the box? How can I make my business stand out? What are different things that I can do for like an exhibition stand to further diversify my offering, my product offering? So just constantly thinking outside the box. Next slide, please. Okay, what is Open Project? So Open Project is a platform where businesses can connect with customers, industry leaders, and investors. I'm sure we've all been to We've all been to a trade fair or a conference happening. And when we are there, we see that businesses are displaying. They're all displaying. So, and who is walking by? Your regular customers, industry leaders, people who are there who are supposed to speak on panels. They're all there. They're all walking past and they're all seeing your business. So this is what Open Project is for, even if you're not necessarily displaying, but attending and being able to network. So why attend Open Project? You can showcase your products, like I've said. You can learn from the workshops available there, and you can build lasting partnerships. Networking, networking, networking. You are your network. Your network is your network. Next. Okay, so the benefits of Clevenard.com for SMEs is increased visibility. You can reach your local and your global audience. Again, it's putting you in front of people who are ready to buy. Now it's people who are out there that we normally would not have had any access to. So this is the benefit your visibility is increased. And you can promote your brand cost effectively. So that 50, looking back at the first year, that $50 to be put in front of an international market who are ready to buy your project, your product, sorry, also in different currencies. We're not talking about people who are paying in rands, different currencies. You can look at your pricing differently, but you are put forth in front of them. Customer engagement, build trust with reviews and testimonials. The people who are already there trust Clevenard, so they'll trust the businesses that are there. Networking opportunities, again, networking is, I'm going to be saying it again and again, but you can connect with your industry peers. Next slide, please. Okay, some success stories from people who are already on one of the other tiers that we looked at. So the first one, Rose and Thread, which is a fashion designer. The challenge that they had was limited local sales, which is it's always an issue. So limited local sales, and the solution that they found for Clevenard was they created a profile on Clevenard.com and they exhibited at Open Project. 40% sales increase in 6 months was the result, which is crazy, which is crazy. Now, Home Fix Pro, which is a handyman service, that his challenge was he had a low client base. Again, for something like this, we know it's usually your recurring customers that are gonna come to you. So his challenge was already his customer base was small. So the solution he found, or the solution that he went for, was he listed his services on Clevenard and he used targeted ads. So those targeted ads is it's putting your ad in front of people who are your demographic. And his result was that he got 150 new clients in 1 year. So those are people who are going to keep coming back. Next slide. Okay, I know it says Rose and Thread, but this is Sweet Treats Cafe, food and beverage. Their challenge was that they had limited catering opportunities. Solution is they participated in Clevenard Open Project, which again is the events, and they gained exposure. So people saw them, people kept their contact details, and the result was that they secured contracts for corporate catering and they expanded their operations. Then Fit Life Wellness Studio, Health and Wellness, their challenge was they had a low membership growth. Again, members, they are constantly coming, not even just once a month, they're coming weekly. So the result, they promoted the fitness classes on Clevenard.com, which is, this is most likely the first tier, the $50 tier, 900 Rand a month. And the result was they increased their membership by 60% in 3 months. Okay, next slide, please. So again, I hope we're not thinking, let me just try 1 month. Investment requires time. So we're looking at, you've got to give it a chance. Testimonials from Clevenard users. We have Annabella, who is an event planner, who says, Clevenard helped me attract clients internationally. My bookings have tripled. Tunde Akintola, who is an electrician. The Clevenard Open Project, again, the events, connected me with bigger projects. My income has doubled. Maria Gomez, who is a caterer, says, Open Project was a game changer. I gained corporate clients that keep coming back. Next slide, please. Okay, so the proven metrics, our analytics here. is that there's a 75% increase in visibility for SMEs using Clevenard. Everything has its customer. Absolutely everything has its customer. It's just you need to find your audience. Your audience has to find you. So yeah, with a 75% increase in visibility, you can imagine what it can do for you. Then more than 50 businesses, they signed deals at right there at open project events. And then we have 200 testimonials from satisfied SMEs. And we have 100% and 100% satisfaction rate among open project exhibitors, people who exhibited at open project and gave feedback that it worked for me. It was great. Next slide, please. Okay, so the tools and features for SMEs. E-commerce integration. So you can sell directly from clevenard.com. So now we're going to look at a website. So for me, I had recently closed down my website because I was selling on a platform called Shopify. So I don't know if we are familiar with Shopify, but it is an e-commerce platform where I don't have a physical store, but it's like a store, but it's online. So just when you're like you're going to Woolworths online looking for things, yeah, exactly the same. So that's what was happening. But the cost, especially in the initial stage of my business, the cost far outweighed the sales. So I was running at a loss. So I went off of what's this, Shopify, and I started selling via platforms like Yaga, which is it's supposed to be a secondhand selling platform, but small businesses have started coming on there because it's free to sell their products. And already there I have customers, and I on WhatsApp business. So with my social media platforms, people seeing they see, the WhatsApp business number. So getting orders through WhatsApp, that's also worked for me. But now with Clevenard, you can sell directly from Clevenard. So someone sees your product. So let's say I'm going to use my own business, a t-shirt. So someone sees a t-shirt, they want that t-shirt, they can buy it directly on Clevenard. So the sale happens there as if it's an online store. So they buy it right there, and then transaction goes through, and I just have to fulfill the order. So that's what we mean by you can sell directly on clevenard.com. And then the targeted advertising, again, you can reach specific audiences. We spoke about this, whoever your demographic is. And the analytics dashboard, you can track your business growth. Analytics are everything. So even on your social media, which is why I emphasize, if you don't have a social media for whatever you are doing, go make one today so that you can see who's resonating with you, because they tell you, TikTok, Instagram, they tell you who's watching your content. So then you know, oh, this is my customer base. These are the people who are interested in what I'm selling. So same with Clevenard, you can track your business growth and you can see those analytics. 24/7 support, you can get help whenever needed. I don't get that from Instagram. I don't get that from TikTok, but you can get it from Clevenard. Next, please. Okay, industry-specific opportunities at COP. So we are all in different industries. If you are in farming, your industry is agriculture. Fashion and beauty, if you're in fashion and beauty, we host fashion shows. Like next year, we are looking at hosting a couple events. One of them will be a fashion show where you can exhibit your product. Then food and beverage, we're going to have food tasting events, pop-up dining. And if you're into tech and if you're into digital, there will be spaces for you to demo your apps so that people can see, and your software. And if you're into home services, you can do on-site demonstrations of your skills. So again, this is a space that if you're a handyman and you want to show people what you can do, you are skillful, you're not going to break your things. You can't do that on the side of the road. You need a space like this to do that. Next slide, please. Okay, so our call to action to grow with Clevenard. So you can sign up today on www.clevenard.com. Even if you just want to go have a look, there's the website. You can choose a pricing plan that suits your needs. Remember, like I said, nothing is completely out of our reach. Never. We just have to think about how we can reach it. then you can join us at our next open project event to showcase your business. And we're already planning events for 2025, where, of course, if you're interested, that opportunity will be extended to you depending on which tier you have been chosen. Next slide, please. Okay, so our key takeaways of everything that I've just said is that Clevenard combines digital tools and live events to help SMEs grow. This is about increasing sales, increasing exposure, about visibility, and ultimately growing. Then affordable and flexible plans, which are tailored for businesses of all sizes. You can pick whichever tier suits your business and your business needs. And our success stories prove that Clevenard does indeed work and that it is worth it. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you so much for your time and for your ears. Again, there are the details if you want to take them down if you haven't already. Again, we've spoken about a few things, and I hope we, are also taking away certain things that we didn't know before. But again, one thing I want to stress before I walk off is marketing is everything. It can't be only your church and your neighbors that know what you are doing. Marketing is every. They can't be your customers. So look at growing, look at expanding your reach. You have to. If you want to grow in your business, you have to. And I think that is it for me. I'm going to thank you so much.
Thank you so much. For spending time. How many hours now? I think 2 hours. Yeah, but I'm sure it's worth it. It's worth it. Did you gain anything? Are you excited? So, are you tagging along? Oh, huh? Are we coming along? Yeah, international, here we come. International, here we come. Okay, thank you so much. We're just going to have a Q&A. So if there are any questions that you would like to ask, we are here to answer. And yeah, hope we answer everything that you'd want to know. So Takhalang is here if you want to know more about digital, because she's into the IT space, though we can't see her. And then also Kulufelo and myself. So do you have any questions as you were taking notes? Hi, Sidiso. Thank you. It's on YouTube. As we're speaking now, it's live. So you just need to just go in, yeah, and just watch YouTube. It's live. Do you have anything to say? Okay, the presentation is like this.
Yes, I'll repeat it for her. So what she was asking is whether or not we need a sophisticated smartphone in order to use clevenard.com. And the answer is not necessarily. For example, I have my phone here. My new phone broke, so I'm currently using an old phone. This is a Huawei, and I think it was released in 2014. So that's about 10 years ago, and it's still working with Clevenard.com. So you don't need a sophisticated smartphone since it is a web app. So with web apps, they don't take space on your phone. So you won't have any storage issues or glitching or anything like that. So it's just dependent on the Wi-Fi or the data you are using, not necessarily on your phone. But if your phone can access Google, if it can search, if it can do all of that, then you can use any phone that can do that. You can use it on the
Okay, so the question that she asked for those who are watching online, she's asking whether you have to be, if you're looking at just the SME offering, if you also have to be a representative. And the answer is no. You can look at either or. So you can focus only completely on the SME. If you want to, if you're looking at the business opportunity as an SME, then to sign up as an SME, that's completely independent of being a representative. And then if you're a representative, you don't have to have an SME. So if you are looking just to be a representative, your scope is to approach businesses or SMEs then with the offering that we've now explained to you for SMEs. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, because I think the other thing that we need to address is, as a representative, for every business that you bring to Clevenard, you get 10%. Because I'm sure people wanted to understand, about the logistics. So every business you bring, you get 10% of the business. After the transaction is made, then you get 10%. If you bring businesses to market the businesses on Clevenard, you get 10% of that. And the other thing that we did not mention as well is there's also an option of being an affiliate. An affiliate is where you become you subscribe, and then from there it's like a marketer. You become a marketer of Clevenard, because a representative, you saw the roles, but as an affiliator, you can actually be a marketer where you bring business to Clevenard. And as you do that, then, there's a percentage as well of commission that you get for every business that you bring, whether it's a big business, talking of a mining business, because when you go back to the webinar, this is where we were explaining that, you have B2B, there's business to business, there's also business to customer, there's also, direct to customer. Kulufelo touched on that. So whatever business you bring as an affiliate, because what happens is you get a link. So whatever business you bring, people will subscribe, and then through your link. And then whatever business that Clevenard, that you bring, then you get your 10%. Your 10%, whatever percentage that we are working on. Does it make sense? So you have an option of being a representative or an affiliate. So either or. So any business you can bring. Yes. That's it. Yes, I mean, you can be an affiliate and a business person. I mean, I'm here. I am the general manager and my business as well. I mean, I'm also marketing through Clevenard. It doesn't make sense. So you are not bound to, when you are part of Clevenard, not to market your business. So even when you're a representative, like Kulufelo said, you can be a representative and and also market your business. I mean, she is a representative. Takhalang is a representative, but they also have businesses that they run. So the question is, are there any other opportunities besides being a rep or an affiliate? No, these are the only two we have for, yeah. So you're either a marketer, because this is a marketing company. Yes. Yeah, it's marketing, sales. But yeah, because also as an NGO, we spoke about that because, as we say, it's bridging the gap. So also with NGOs that actually have programs that they're running, because remember, this is a space, a platform where South Africa is showcased internationally. So if you have an NGO, I mean, we can be in a position to cover your NGO, because some of the NGOs also have, because though they are non-profit, but they have things that they do to generate income within the NGO. So this is a platform it's basically to showcase what South Africa has to offer. Yeah. So NGOs as well are also welcome. But in terms of you participating as well, either you become a representative or an affiliate. So anyone and anyone can be an affiliate. And as long as you are an affiliate, and then from there you bring people to the platform, then they can use your link. Yes, Mama. Uh, okay, the question is, when you're an affiliate and you bring business, do you get a once-off commission? Yes, if you bring one business, you get the percentage for that business. So if you have many businesses that you bring, then you're going to get the commission on every business that you bring. If it proceeds, if it grows. No, it depends. I mean, if there is because remember, Clevenard is an interface between businesses. As I said, business to business. So let's say business was brought to you as an affiliate, and then there's business on the other side, that wants to clinch a deal with the business that you're bringing. So as soon as that deal is concluded, then you get your 10%. So if there's another business from the very company that is going to, yes, it's going to be a continuous, I believe, that will, but then also it depends, because somewhere it's possible that the business to business can actually do their businesses. Now there will be maybe a relationship that will be outside of Clevenard. It makes sense. So in that instance, you won't know. But the business that you bring to Clevenard, then you get your 10%. But if it's outside of Clevenard, based on, the relationship that the businesses have made, then, yeah, because we won't have any, what you call it, the collation, the traceability of that. Yes. Yes. Does it answer you? Okay. All right. Any more questions? For now, now that we are starting up, we are still operating from home, but yeah, there is a plan to have offices. Yes. Yes, as we grow. Yeah.
I think also on the side of then a representative, or even if you're just looking at then the affiliate offering, then it's not to also not think of it as too much of a, it's not so I'll make an example. I was in business development, and all I was doing was making a list, because they said to me, my employer said to me, Kolo, for every 100 people that you call or that you email, you'll probably only have one person interested. So what they had done was they made me a spreadsheet, like on the computer, just like a table. And each day, I had to find businesses, I had to populate that thing. So I was adding numbers, trying to get the contact details of the highest decision maker. So I was putting it, so this is the business, this is the contact number, this is their email, this is their number. And then what I was doing is every day I would send them emails, simple email, like 2 lines. I don't remember what the 2 lines were, but it was 2 lines. And those emails, like just those 2 lines. And those emails got me to be, I ended up sitting in meetings onboarding executives at EPSA, just from that spreadsheet and sending a simple email. And then they respond, oh, what's this about? I tell them a little bit more, or I ask them, okay, do you want to set up a meeting? We have a meeting to discuss, what it is that we can do for them. And just like that, EPSA, I was speaking to directors at Woolworths just from a simple email. That is it. So a simple email, simple phone call is all it can take. Nothing complicated at all.
Okay. Wow. Are we good? Are we good to go? Excited? Something ignited? Oh, yeah. That is the plan. Okay. Yes, because I guess with meetings that you have to go, let's say you have to go meet Minister of Mineral Resources. Yes, because remember, this is more like you, yeah, it's you. Hence, it was said you work independently. So you set up your yes. So, yeah.
In my experience, people also appreciate if you, because I would give them, do you want a virtual meeting or an in-person meeting? You can give them those options. 10 out of 10 times they wanted a virtual meeting because it's quicker and it's easier. So you can give them that option, and and they never get to know that they're even speaking to I was 22 at the time. They don't know they're speaking to a 22 until they see me on the other side of the screen. So you can give them that option. Most times they'll want a virtual, and you won't have to then even think about that cost.
And one other thing is, I think as the office will be in a position to help you. Let's say, for an example, you want to send a proposal to the department, or maybe to the minister, or, whatever proposal, you can just talk to the office, and then we'll be in a position to help you put together a proposal that will be sound. And also may put together a presentation as well, if in case you are called to go and do a presentation. I mean, something like, what we did. Yeah. So, we will try, by all means, to make things easy for you, to be able to go out there and get more people.
Just to add on what was said about us giving representatives a lot of help, is that also we will be training you, like we mentioned in the presentation. So what we'll also be training you on is how to use AI, because AI will cut down a lot of your workload. AI can make presentations for you. It can write business proposals for you. It can do a lot of things for you. So part of that training, you will be taught how to use AI, how to leverage AI, because you will be needing it, because you will be facilitating a lot of things. So that will also be part of your training. So we will be helping you, but we'll also be training you as well on how to use AI and how to leverage it yourself.
Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Yeah, okay. All right. Are we good?
The training, you do not get paid. You don't have to pay for it. So what happens is first you'll complete the application form, which is online. So when we get your application form and your CV, then we evaluate it with the general manager. We'll make the executive decision. We will evaluate it. Then we'll have an in-person interview where we'll call you up and we'll just speak to you. And then after that evaluation, in-person interview, then the training will begin. Once we've said, okay, we want you, then training will begin. And then training is free. Once you're done training, you can go straight into working. Confidently, we'll provide you with all the tools you guys will need to succeed as a representative.
No questions. Okay. Are we happy? Excited? Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. And yeah, because we are also, slowly but surely getting there. So yeah, this is like our first in-person meeting here in South Africa, and we're looking for many more. Many more. Yeah, and we just had a month in office on the 3rd of November. Yeah, we only had a month in office. So yeah, we're hoping for the best. So welcome on board. Yeah, welcome on board. Thank you very much. Thank you.